All right. Wherever you are following the broadcast, wherever you are following the broadcast, this is the Full Count on TV. Welcome to the November 17th edition of the show inside district number 13. This is the program that offers the opportunity to even the purpose and better ourselves. Nice Sabio. Nice Sabio. Oh yes, during those days, man. As for today, we're going to be talking educational matter. As we were also in the district education officer of district number 13. He's going to be seated in our studio just within a difference. Just within the next 1 minute 30 seconds. The district education officer of district number 13 will be in our studio, where we're going to be asking all of the questions as they relate to education within district number 13. You cannot just afford to miss the conversation because it promises to be a more thorough discussion. How many little kids these days? How many little kids these days really appreciate the work of their parents? These things don't really happen these days. All right. So we're going to take down the music as we already have our studio guest. He is the District Education Officer, District number 13, Republic of Liberia. So we just take this short break. As soon as we come back, we go across the table to our studio guest.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia.
All right, so viewers following the broadcast, welcome back to this edition of the program, which of course we're going to be talking educational matter. Mr. Coley, welcome to Focal on TV.
Thank you very much.
You can wear your yes, sir. How is the office, by the way?
Very fine.
Yeah, the face alone can tell me because the smile is too much.
Exactly so. Because
So
of education, you
mhm,
must smile.
I know, right?
That's right.
Okay. So over the week we saw people from Ministry of Education within our district. Well, what's the mission?
The mission was to enumerate school activities. We have a school census besides the religious group,
Mm.
and this census is been taken every year. So goal is to provide the template to the district education office. We take it to the principals. They working on it and in it to tell all how the school is running, what is the establishment of the school, personnel listings, students enrollment, and what other activities they have in the school.
Okay. So during the process, did people ever observe something outside of MOE regulation?
Not exactly so, but we were not policing them. We were educating them
Mhm.
what the Ministry of Education demands or requests them to have and to do like that.
Oh, okay. So you were educating them on what Ministry of Education says they must do.
Exactly
That is
so.
in the confines of the law.
Exactly so.
All right. So back to your office. How how effective is the DO office when it comes to educational matter within our district?
Well, a few times we have been there, everything is on cool.
For
I
how
can
long
say
you been in our office?
2 years.
Okay.
So my SNS said have been well. People say it's improving, but to me now, because of the low educational matter,
Mm.
inside instruction to schools across the district. I can only speak for my district. Across the district, it's not yet improved yet because many school administrators or including teachers and janitors and workers of the school and the school itself, the students, many of them are not aware of educational matters.
So what do we do? Because you are saying that for your district things are not really improved yet as it relates to the education system. What do we do?
This is one reason why the census is been going on.
Mhm.
So those areas that we go and see lapses, we make the correction.
Okay.
Because like before I was in an administrative class in Dubai and they posed a question, what is administration? And some people and other people were taking African countries. So they were giving good meanings, but I chose a different trench. I said administration is compassion, correction, and availability. Meaning you will first have the love for the job,
Oh yeah. Well.
not the finance. You must first have the love for the job. Second, you are there for correction. You are not there to complain. What you know is supposed to be there, make sure it should be there. Then the next thing is that you must be available, because the nurse of a hospital who is always on duty is better than a surgeon who is always at home. So even the Bible says the idol worshiper are the devil humans. Because you can't tell me you came to work late and you are still home yet. So when you make yourself available, those things that need to be corrected, those things that need to be done, it will be done. Because many times people don't have money in their phone or on their phones. They walk to the offices and then they don't see you, they feel so discouraged. So my office is open from 8 to 4 and most at 6, depending on the work. Because if you read my project theory, the SY theory, if two persons are working somewhere, one is working for the salary, one is working for the interest of the entity. So make sure that though we have to go to work 10 o'clock, not going maybe by 2 or 4, but once the work is there, we stay until the work is done.
Okay, so once the work is there, you remain there. Even if the work is there up to 7 p.m., you're gonna remain there at the office.
Exactly. So just yesterday, one of the numerators was at the school. We keep up with
So the process still continues.
yeah, continue until next week.
Okay.
So they give us 20 days. So we were there until 9:15 to end the program because Gabriel Kula is big school and the principal, I've been a principal there before, and also being my office being there,
Okay.
I assisted him because he alone could not leave in there and go home. So we were there until 9:15 and he completed the work. So that's one aspect of the life that we live there.
Okay, so thank you for that. There is this issue of schools within our district. Some days ago, we took our cameras outside of our studio. Out, we went around the district. We saw some of the schools. Um, for lack of better words, I could say those schools they should not really be regarded as an institution that's really operating in the confines of our educational laws. And what is your office doing as it relates to those schools that have not met the criteria?
This is one reason why the census is going on.
Okay.
The reason there is to ascertain the requisite procedure of the ministry. So those data are collected and we observe those data and then see the school that does not meet the full criteria because not in my power now, but I'm just for mining.
Okay. Yeah.
And we can close school now because school schools have taken money from parents, from students, and they have registered. So if you take the initiative to close down school, it will be a problem.
But don't you think that will also be contributing to the message of the system?
No, it will not be a mess.
Mhm.
We give them an advice. That's why I told you administration is correction and compaction
Yeah.
and availability. We go there. Let's take, for example, a school does not have a curriculum. So if we see such a school like this, we have the curriculum provided by the ministry to make sure we give you that curriculum. We give it to you to use it, and in fact, we don't just give it to you. We make sure you plan the lessons, then we go back. Like if you ask some of the school around, I've been going from school to school. Even one instance where they talk about the writing should be of the school. I told them you got the philosophical side of the issue, but you got the theological side of the school. Why writing is not should be taken of the school. One from the spiritual side and from both sides.
Yeah.
So I tell them some of the children you beat them, the next day you will not be able to wake up because we need application. Some you beat them, you get financial needed. Some you beat them, you also get relationship being diverted. Some some are being manipulated in the night by spiritual means. You go knock them, they fall out. Then it will give you a bad image. Then when you come to philosophical side, beating a child, you might be angry because, and when you hit the child, you may hurt the child. Because many factors are there. Poverty. If you see the European countries, in no classes, do you see anybody writing there?
No.
No. But here is in Africa, Liberia, you got only 1 meal a day. If you eat soon, you get problem by 4 or 5.
But how much got to say that should not be the reason of us not carrying water into the classroom?
No, that's not the correct.
Someone could say students are very stubborn.
Yeah, but I give them just a gist. These children now you are teaching, what were they fed with? Cow milk. And see how cow can behave. So it's only prayer.
Okay.
It's only prayer. You have to. This is one reason why education started from the biblical aspect of life. It was refined from the biblical aspect of life. Many of the people who penned down education, they came from the biblical aspect. Like Ezra, like Simon, like Joshua Chameleon, the great grandfather of Joshua. If you read Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 7, it tells you when you walk, you may teach them, you sit, you may teach them, you lie down, you may teach them, when you wake up, you teach them. So how are you doing that? Diligently, you're not only teaching them ordinarily. It says teach them diligently. So those of us, some of us who got dual education, it's not spare out that we get dual education. But I'm talking about philosophy, psychology, and theology. So if the philosophy can work, go to theology. It's a landmark. It's a hallmark.
Okay, so you are done with the issue of instructor carrying water into the classroom.
Mhm.
And then where do we stand with this issue about a person who just graduated from high school and then after 4 or 5 months or after a week, and then goes back to the classroom to start teaching our children?
This is very, very wrong.
Do you think we can stop that?
We can stop it.
How do we stop that?
This is why the census is going on.
Okay.
In the census, I'm sorry, I didn't really know I was going to bring it. Some of the cardinal page in the census.
Okay.
It tells you this not completed high school, went for training, didn't go for training, and all those are there. When those data are collected, then we say, okay, and we're not only going to ask you, because some of the principals or school administrators, they lie to us. They got a script over there. Any information you give us, it must be correct. If you give us incorrect information, you'll be penalized by the Liberian government, not only education ministry. So if we get that data, then ministry DO will sit down to see how many high school who are not trained in schools, then submit it to the CEO, the CEO do the final submission. Then Ministry of Education will program it, whether they have in-service, whether they can have mobile in-service, whether they can have another training for them. This is very bad. Yeah. Somebody just come from the classroom.
Yeah.
Even if you graduate from college, if you don't have that training skill, that training discipline, you are not a teacher. You can even have a PhD. When you did not go to training school, you are not a teacher yet. You are just ordinary educator.
Yeah, because many a time we see these things happening.
Why? It's surplus because you see, government does not have too many schools. And at time I was on air, home for it, the people were talking about education is a mess. So you can say that. If you move the mess from there, the balance will be best. So when anything is not correct, correct it. Because if you check the average of students passing the WACs compared to 5 or 4 years or 10 years ago, we are making headway.
Yeah.
We are making headway. So, who report do you agree to? People say this thing here because of political reasons. They don't want to advertise or say a good thing about a leader. And my Bible told me in 1 Peter chapter 2, we should pray for our leader. And anything that the man does, make sure to do the correction is if it's wrong. If it's wrong. Now, I don't have the statistic here, but check. Now, if you see the past compared to other countries, other our neighbor country of us, we are ahead.
So what do we stand to benefit from the census that is ongoing by the Ministry of Education?
Okay, this work is done so that it can be reported to the international world. So whenever a subsidy is about to come, then they will know which way it should go and how it should go. So you can't just say, in your view, got too many schools. Too many schools is not a few. So the census will go and give accurate report that we got 5,000 or 200,000 schools in our country.
Mhm.
About maybe when we say 5,000, maybe 200,000 is faith based, and 100,000 it should be government school. Another one should be a private school. So then people will know what to get to the school. A faith-based school is not operating as compared to the private school, as compared to not educational wise. I'm talking about structure
Yeah.
or behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So they got different designs, but they carry on the same curriculum, but it is then used. We have what we call extra curriculums.
So one thing I want to draw to your attention is that people who follow on the broadcast, they may want to know that, for instance, I wants to open a school. What are those processes that lead to having even an elementary or junior high, kindergarten, or senior high institution within our country?
Okay. You first contact the DO office.
Yeah.
Then we'll go for a survey. Then after a survey, then you write a letter of intent.
All right.
Or even if you don't go for a survey, you write a letter of intent that you want to open a school. But let me take you back. And back for think people start school before you can know that school is established. And there should be something that the ministry should cut down, not to impress them, but to more educate them.
Okay.
So that they can know, because people are opening schools just door to
Yeah,
door.
there are too many schools
Door
within
to
our
door.
district. There are too many.
So you find out that it's no more academic, it becomes business.
Definitely.
I'm sorry to say that.
Definitely.
So when you find somebody, the next school A is charging every $4,000, school B, and just coming in we say okay 3,000.
Yeah.
So people go for the less. So as I said over this station or in this station, I'm appealing to the central government. These schools should be aware, and they can only be aware of those things through us, we the people. We are the first and end user of the district. And whatever is happening or it is done, when we get the report, the ministry should come in our defense. Not that we will imprison any school. But you can't have school just six yards to the other door and another 6 yards to another
Yeah,
door.
this is wrong.
I am seeing it right in my face. And you will not find any good thing there. Especially when you spoke on people who just leaving school and then getting into the classroom.
Yes.
And these school owners are taking them because they don't have the requisite qualification, so they will pay them less
Yeah.
so that they will gain more.
Yeah.
So this is the problem we have now. So we impress on government, tell government, build more schools.
Have you been faced with some challenges? Because from what you just said, that you are calling on the national government, what are there have been some challenges you are facing,
Of course,
you are faced with
of course,
carrying on your duty?
of course.
Are there interference?
No, not interfering, but just when we talk about door-to-door school opening, I work with some school lies here. Told them, no, I know you have taken money from the parents. So I can't send you now to have you shut down. But I advise next year
Mm.
you either join a foreign man, you do business, not education, because I know it already. I know though I didn't tell them you do business, but in my own mind, so you can open a school. But in my own mind, I know I have deduced that business. So I have almost two schools that are not operating. I told them if you can relocate yourself or improve yourself, don't open next year. If you do it,
Wow.
I will write.
Wow. We hope that we are here, and this station
I'm
is
telling you.
situated. This station is situated right within the district.
Okay.
We want to send this open invitation out to you that at times when you are having other activities like having engagement with other schools,
Okay.
please contact us so that we can provide
I will be too happy.
so we can provide coverage for you.
I will be too happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because not only one right to one battery
Factory, exactly.
battery junction.
Yes. There where I live.
Uh-huh.
There are the multiplicity of schools in that community is too much.
I was looking at the water in the school building. I called it. The proprietor, whosoever was there, I said, "Mama, don't talk it off camera or behind camera. Next year, this school will either relocate the school or do what the ministry sees, or else don't bother yourself, or else I will have you contend with the ministry." And for sure, this year, they didn't open. Where they went, nobody know, but I have not heard of them. I have sent my office staffers there so many times. The place people are living there now.
So you really have to do your survey. That institution you're talking about, they're still operating right within the same battle project. You really have to do your survey.
Okay.
Yes.
So another one in Basatan, I went there. I told now, say, okay, my brother, let's leave it as it is. I know, the situation you are telling me, you want open to help the country. But now your help is like taking a hook and putting a bait on it and putting in the water. Are you feeling the water or
you
want
get in
the
the buga.
So they started laughing and said, okay, so let's start that part. So don't stay behind the river and cause alligator man. Meaning, don't challenge me. I'm single here, but behind me,
Yeah,
there
you
are
have
big
them.
guys.
Yeah. Mr. Colley,
Yeah.
there is this issue of parents always crying when school is about to open that people charge exorbitant fees.
Wow.
Yes.
That's the next target.
Yes.
We even, I think, I will not even tell you, say you think that I've been going to the ministry. We are trying behind scene to talk to our big people
Okay.
so that we can have a standard like the way the government school is.
Yes.
What's so big deal?
Yes.
The government school, some of the government schools are well built than some of the schools that we go to and charging 5 times the cost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's private, but what are you providing? What are the technical know how you are providing?
Someone could say they are printing t-shirt, taking those jersey. There's a new thing now using the jersey as a physical education uniform.
And that does not, for me, I will tell you, I'm not a minister, but I work under him. I work under the CEO before even the minister. But that's my quest. I keep on pushing it.
If you were the minister,
If I were the minister, I know the road to follow.
what do they tell us?
No, I mean, when I say the road to follow, they are following it. The ministry is following it. It's left with the citizenry. They are not law abiding.
Okay.
You find out that if a school does wrong and you want to make sure they do the correct thing, they will go and organize the parents.
Yeah.
The parents will not be. They know that they are feeding the way, but they will hate to say, they are in support. I told them, look, if you do this, you are harming yourself. You are harming yourself. Because it is by God's grace. I went to China, Hong Kong, South Africa, Mauritius, Uganda, Kenya, and back before I could come back here. But just in a short time, I know what education is. Those countries, if you see, and one thing I would like for you to know, the Liberians are more clever than any other country group. Why do I say that? We don't have anything to learn. We learn by heart. Abstract learning. But we go beyond meritocratic. I went to China. And I led the 13 African countries that were there for that training. I didn't know computer. And I can't do anything more than that. But just by God's grace. So if we have the materials to use, how many high schools you find here you find laboratory?
Mm-hmm. They are not too many.
No. Already 200,000, you find you not find 5. Besides Habel and some institution which I cannot name now. So we are still pushing it. We are still pushing it.
Okay, with the exception of the current census that is ongoing by the Ministry of Education, what was the last time you took you left your office to do an inspection on schools within the district?
I was on the inspection for this year when the census dropped in. I covered 105 to 10 schools. I covered 60 schools before the census dropped in.
All right.
I went to them, call the staffers. Those we used to call meetings for principals. But this time I will roll it down to the teachers. I went to them to tell them what it is school, what is education. Education is a broad topic. Anything you do is educative. But we talk about formal education.
Yeah.
So when it comes to formal education, we are talking about reading and writing and comprehensively to understand what you are doing. And when you have become an educator, everybody is an educator, but we have educationalists. The educationalists are those who introduces the educator, who make them to be where they're supposed to be. I can tell you, no other thing in this world is not headed by education.
Yeah.
Whether formal or informal,
yeah,
is headed by education. Yeah. So it will give you the whole box. It's called reaching here, they put this one, they put it on, they put education there, just because education. It will direct you.
Okay, so there is nothing you can do without education, be it formal or informal. That is the voice of the district education officer. So, viewers following the broadcast, this is Foca Online TV. You are listening to Inside District number 13 with your regular host, Mohammed Varnie Kanneh. We are having Mr. Jolie S. Colley, who is the district education officer of district number 13. Yeah. Okay, 1B.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't understand your Ministry of Education terminology.
For less than 1B is an educational district.
All right.
I'm almost operating in district number 13 political district.
All right.
That's a different.
Okay, thank you for the correction.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Mr. Colley. There is another thing that people will also want to know. Whether people or renew their document on a yearly basis or whether on a monthly or yearly basis at the Ministry of Education.
Exactly so. Not on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis.
Okay.
So you got at first we have elementary school or kindergarten school, 10,000 Liberian dollars. You pay to LRE, not in my office.
All right.
You come give me voucher. Before we pay, we bring the receipt to us, then we submit the receipt to the education ministry. That money is in the educational sector.
Are there laws on the book for those who don't want to write, who don't want to renew their documents?
Yes. There is a strong law on it.
Do we implement these laws?
Yeah.
What was the last time you implemented the laws of district number 13? Within your region?
Last time we just submitted some names Those who did not comply with submitted their names, they left with the Ministry of Education and LRA to freshen up.
Oh.
Because as soon November ends, every school should have that permit with them. Fill up on your part. Every school day is $1,000 Liberian.
Wow. And where does that money go?
Yeah, it goes in the government revenue. It doesn't go to the Ministry of Education, either to the DO office.
Why are you afraid that it doesn't go to the DO office?
Oh no, because we are not proper custodian of that money. We are not proper custodian because I mean they will get paid from not from that particular, but from central government.
Oh, yeah.
So Ministry of Education has to make that contribution to the budget, so that money goes that way.
Okay, so within the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, where do we hope to see the educational system of this country?
My God, that would be very great. I'm sure any government for that matter.
When we have in school charging exorbitantly,
we are pressing on.
When we have multiplicity of schools,
we are pressing on that. Even though other EOs may not be maybe liking, but one person can be a president. One tree can make a forest, but one person can become a president. So God does not need two persons for vision.
Okay.
No.
So one person can take the vision.
Fine.
Okay.
Just like it be the right one. People may feel hurt, but later on they may enjoy it. You know how difficult it is to go to school. But when you go to school, after your completion, when you begin to earn, you will not know that you ever took back with cold water or you ever went hungry. It will be just like if you say nothing ever happened to me.
All right, so Mr. Colley, we will take just a short break because of time, and then when we come back, because we have questions in our comment sections that you can respond to all of those questions in the comment section, because people who follow the broadcast via our live feed, they are sending comment there.
Okay.
All right, sir. So we just take this short break, and then as soon as we come back.
No problem.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck out TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Fuck TV. With check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Fuck TV. Bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Fuck TV. The best online platform in broadcasting. Fuck TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best.
All right, so welcome back, viewers following the broadcast. This is the Full Count on TV. We have Mr. Jolly S. Colley in our studio here. So because we are pressed up with time, and the first person here is Afra Falungon Tamba. He said, "I'm watching from Topo Village Community." Mohammed Varnie Kanneh said he is following the conversation from New Georgia X-State. Afra Falungon Tamba Jr. He is asking a question. He said, Mr. Colley, okay, so let's just acknowledge those who following, and then we can come to the question section. So we have K. Ladon Toba. I'm following from one of the communities within district number 13. Michael Tommy Dure, he said he is following from Baja Fache Youth Intellectual Center. Okay, so we just come to the question. The first question here is from Afra Falunga Tamba Jr. He said, Mr. Colley, what are you people doing about those students that will fail in one school and move to another school and take the next class? That is a serious problem in our district and country at large. So I don't know whether you would like to respond to it one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
No problem, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
If you can even ask someone, principals, that was the very first thing I tried to tackle. I asked the school authorities, they always do what they call Adika photo. Say fine. You can change your name, you can change your grade, but you can change your face.
Yeah.
So submit, when the crime rate is high, security can be improved. So I went there, I told them, send just the follow chart into my office. If a student leaves your school and then pay the school fee and go and jump or fail and jump, we can follow that student. They might change their name, they may change the grade, but they will not change their face. But they thought I was doing the bad thing. I was giving them more work. That means what I was telling them on the primary, because I knew something was going to happen. Just what you are saying. Some parents go and beg school authority, oh, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. They will allow their children to continue the school. When the year comes to an end, then they move the student to another school. And just not to me, we had a situation like that. And we followed up this year. They went and paid, though they not pay, but they not pay the people money. We'll follow them up and they pay the people money. Then before they choose which way to go. One way, another of student leaving school could be because of parental issue, moving. But where deliberately you didn't pay the school fees and you fail and you leave the school and go to my district and go to the same school in my district. And even you go to a different district, I will contact my colleague.
No.
That's what I do.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And the next question here is from K. Ladon Tupa. He said, a few weeks ago, I listened to one of your interactions in observing of your scope of functions as the DO. What is the plans being worked out by the Ministry of Education to particularly address the proliferations of incompetentious teachers in the circle of our education system?
That's just what I said. After the data collection, we're going to know how many teachers are not trained. And when they are not trained, we're not going to take. I'm saying in my own view, not the ministry view. We beg them not to take them off from the school this year. But probably the ministry could design to say, look, these people must go to an inside school so that they can pollute the system because they'll be doing copyright. That's what we are on.
Oh, so another question here is from S. Amos Tamasian. He said, what mechanism did you put into place as DO in organizing principle within District number 13 to particularly address the wave of academic frauds?
Exactly what we said. Give all those documents that you have in your school, attend it to students. You give all those documents. If any student leaves your school and get to another school without accreditation, then we can change that person. Because I may not know every student, even my staff, they may not know every student, even the principal will don't know all. So documentation will help us. This is why I gave them template. I issue every school a template. If I knew that I'm going to bring something, you can see it.
Yeah, we hope one of these days we hope together.
Before even the sponsor could come, I prepare a template. I issue it when August 15, so that they could go through it. Tell me how many ECE students you got, male and female, drop out, and fail, pass, elementary, junior high, senior high, TVET, etc. So we are working on documentation. We don't let it go like that.
He posed two questions here. He says, what do you have? Do you have system to track students? Is that a system to track students?
The system, yes. The system is just what I told you before.
How effective is the system?
It's very effective.
When the system was in place?
Yeah, just last year, we told them, send the photos of those students because you do ADICA.
Yeah.
If a student leaves from grade 8 and go take grade 10, some of them are ready to take 11 grade. Yeah. To take 11 from junior aspect, they double it. So when we have, that's what I told you, they can change the grade, they can change the names, but they can't change their face.
Yeah.
We recognize it. So you will have that photo in your school. I will have it. So when we see the grade, we say, oh, this is Mr. Cody. He was in K2 last year, and his father begged, and we came to a conclusion, came to mutual understanding. But after that, because of what I'm saying, I'm sorry, not all the schools, because of business, not academic, many schools don't ask for document. So the ministry has asked us, giving up another program so that after the census, we're going to go out for students and schools. Let's see the new intakes because in our census, students that you just took in, students that just failed, students that just came. Let's you say new students. How many new students did you bring? If you gave me that document before, then you would not be able to play on me because I have your seventh graders document, and those are going to eighth grade. I also have it.
Yeah.
So if I come to your school and you have eight seventh graders, and then I come to your school in the ninth grade, I see 14 students in there. Where the others came from? If they are new students, no problem. But where are the documents?
All right. So we will take the last question here. How many? This person is saying how many schools within the district? Junior high, senior high, elementary.
Oh no, ready.
Yeah.
Ready for senior high. I can give you exact number.
Okay.
19.
All right.
Full 19.
Okay.
And for junior high, I can write it, say it.
Okay.
Right ahead. For elementary, I can say.
All right. So we hope to get that statistics from you.
I can get that.
All right. So Fanata Jula Bay say I'm following from behind the car revival Josh in Budget Project. Thank you for following. Samuel Roberts Something say he is following from Topo Community in District number 13. Thank you, Mr. Something. Thank you for following the conversation. So these were comments, these are questions and appreciation coming from viewers who following the broadcast. And just within 2 minutes, you can just give for your parting comment because we are a bit pressed up with times right now.
Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me here. And though I'm not the mouthpiece of the ministry of education,
but you are the mouthpiece.
The mouthpiece for
She was on the one left band. Okay, left band 1B.
Yeah. Any question that comes to this area are related to my CEO, and you tell me to go ahead. I'm just sorry that I didn't inform you that I'm going to have a program.
Okay.
But I couldn't come here. Then I say, oh no. I can't speak now until I speak to my boss. It will be you will not feel good.
Yeah.
But it will be the right thing, but you will not feel good. But it's better than I heard. Let me get the largest.
Yeah.
Then you will see most of the time.
Okay.
So I would like for us to do this program even once a month. It will be all right for me. It will be all right for me because many people should have TV and they have radios. So to be able to listen, because many times you write, when you write the communication, many people don't read it. The only person that reads it and the person who handles it. But once it is air, people say, we heard from the Ministry of Education.
Yes.
They say, don't do this, don't do this. Why are you doing this? Because many schools are juggle clipping. When you talk about PE, why you say things are hard?
Yeah.
Then you have 3 PE uniforms. Why? You have $16,000 as your higher bid last year. You say things are hard. Then you go to $18,000. What are you seeing? That's what I was saying about the book. Are you seeing? What are you seeing? So this can really get to me. But I will say again, thank you very much for this program. Because at least, if even one person has heard this program, I want to be very much happy. But I know this is going to serve as the beginning.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So
to make sure we get some facts. I will ask my bosses what I should be speaking on, some of the things that I know. I'm not saying they don't know.
Yeah.
But I know. And then, so I can say it to the people.
Okay.
If they allow me to say it, I can say it to them so that this thing can start one and for all.
Okay.
It's not because we have the blessing of God.
Yeah.
So we should abuse it. Okay. No, I don't want it that way. Okay. So this is why I tell them, go to school. The best thing, because God loves sinners more than stupid people. I'm sorry to say that. What's the apostle? He said, when people lack knowledge because they don't understand. They didn't do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I hate them and hate their generation. But Jesus is the one that God going to introduce. So for that matter, education is valuable, is the hallmark of the day to the end. So send your children to school no matter what the problem is. I'm encouraging every parent to send their child to school. Let them make sure. I, for one, let me tell you something that I can't say on air here. I got a first degree from Kaduna. When I came here, 1994. From 1994 to 2002, I was doing you from Johnsonville to New Jersey to send my children to school because education was not paying that time. How much you were paying? I went to Chilocon. Chilocon will pay me $210. $210. I said 2000.
$210.
And I go in the beach and bring wood and make $150 per day. So I say, okay, but let's go that way. So I will want every parent, you can tie your flapper and sell cold water, sell anything good to send your child to school. That will benefit you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Claudio. We will bring you here after the census that is ongoing by the Ministry of Education. We will try our possible best as much to see our best. We will always bring you here for these educational matters as you give us those things that we're supposed to be aware of. Yeah, we highly appreciate you accepting our invitation. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so that is the voice of the. So, viewers, thank you for following today's edition of the program. Thank you for following today's edition of the program. All right. So, viewers, thank you for following the broadcast. We hope to be back here next Thursday as we bring another fascinating discussion. We've been talking educational matter for today's edition of the program. Inside division number 13. That was the voice of Mr. Jolly S. Colley. He is the district educational officer, district number 13, Republic of Liberia. I am your regular Thursday friend. So this is it right there. We have here all of those things. Those who don't want to register their institution, they are running a school within the district. They don't want to register the school. They are not aware. The Ministry of Education are not aware of some of them. They are operating illegally. There are punishment on the book for them. We will use our microphone to go after those schools. We will use this microphone to go after those proprietors. We are not going to chase after them in a disrespectful manner, but we will use the Ministry of Education to chase after them. Oh yeah, man. That is it right there. We hope to be back next Thursday. At the same time, you just click FOCAL and then ONLINE. You just put the TV. You will get us live on Facebook and YouTube. You can also get us through our YouTube channel, Coca Online TV, as we bring all of those major happenings within.
Fuck out TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV. located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep focused.
All right, so sorry. We apologize for that. We apologize for what just transpired. Yeah, we apologize. Our sincere apology, please. So that is it right there. We will be on the back of those schools that are operating illegally. We can rest assured that we're going to be on the back of those schools that are operating illegally. There are so many schools within the district. They are operating illegally. Some of them are not even registered. Some of them, the Ministry of Education is not even aware of them. So you listen to the DO right there. So that is it right there. We should have had we should have had we should have had Mariam Keita, who is one of the valedictorian of this number 13 academic year 2021-2022. But because of some technical, but because of some other reasons, that would of course we cannot have her here today. So we hope and pray that next week we will have her in our studio, that we will have her seated here, then asking her all of those questions. Um, and that's it, just right there. All of those basic questions that we need to ask a valedictorian. So we will answer all of those questions, and then hopefully tomorrow and then hopefully next week Thursday we will also have a representative from the Liberia question from the Liberia national question team. That would, of course, as we are aware, the Liberia national question team was in Germany attending an international question competition. That would, of course, we thought it was to bring one of them in our studio to see how best we can ask them all of the basic questions. We can quiz them on all of those necessary things that so that we can quiz them on all of the basic so we can quiz them on all of those necessary things, because we are aware that the Liberia national question team was privileged to come third place in the competition that was here in Germany. So we will have one of them in our studio on next week, Thursday by 5 o'clock. And at the same time, we will also have one of the valedictorians of district number 13. So that is it right there. That is it right there. So we will have these people tomorrow, next week Thursday. So that conversation promises to be a more fascinating one. And that is a conversation that we, of course, you will not just want to miss, because we will have a very much mouth watery discussion. So that is it right there. So that is it right there. This is how I like to take my leave. And we hope to be back. We hope to be back next Thursday about 5 o'clock as we bring another month water discussion to you. This is the biggest thing on your online platform at this time of which you cannot afford to mix. This is the Foca Online TV, where we bring innovation to broadcast, the voice of the slum. We are situated here in the Topo community along the Japan's freeway, Republic of Liberia. Nice, yeah. Nice, Abio. So that is it right there. This is how I like to take my leave. And then we come back here next Thursday with another conversation with Ambassador Mohammed Varnie Kanneh on his edition number 13. It is the only program within the Republic of Liberia that gives the privilege, that set the stage for those who we refer to as the oppressed, those who cannot afford for their voices to be heard. This is what this platform is here for. We cut the cross. And Reverend, let me say a big thank you to our able station manager, Mr. Nehemiah Damon Kumar, for giving us the opportunity to share. And also the CEO, Honorable Andy Bubek Jala, who is in the United States of America. Thank you for affording us the opportunity to contribute to the media landscape of this country. This is where we choose to be, to sit behind the microphone, moving forward. We have no other place to be rather than sitting behind the microphone. So there where you have it. I'm out for now and hope to be back here next week Thursday. By the grace of the Almighty Allah, we hope to be back here next week Thursday. So thank you for following the broadcast. My name is Ambassador Mohammed Varnie Kanneh. You can just call me Mo Varnie, or you call me Varnie Kanneh. Any way you wish to call me, you can just call me that name. But man, you don't forget to call. Don't forget to put the A and B. Just put the A and B first before calling the other names. So that is it right there.
Focal TV. Bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV. With check and balance, we bring it as it unfolds. Focal TV. Bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV. The best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Tobo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep focused.